Good morning, my viewers. Good morning, my subscribers out there. Good morning, Eastern youth, fellow citizens of our beloved nation of the black origin. I've come this morning with a very, very special information out of research, out of revelation. I bring you this message. I am not here because I've come to seek your money. I am here because I represent the one and only King of Kings, the source of all wisdom, the great AMADIOHA. I am the messenger of AMADIOHA, and I brought to you his message and revelations towards this discovering or understanding that the scripture, the Bible, is our culture. On that note, today we are discussing on a very important topic called the Garden and the Eden, where supposedly they said creation started. In my research, I'm trying to know what is this garden and what is this Eden. We have been deceived to make believe that the garden is a geographical location of a place, but that was a false teaching. That is not the truth. The Garden of Eden is no way a geographical location. It is no way a site, neither a place for man to dwell. Rather, the Garden of Eden is an explanation of the mystery in the presence of God. So let us come to the true fact of study today. What is Eden? Eden is not a nation. Eden is not a community. Eden is not to be defined in this lecture. Rather, Eden is to be explained in this lecture. Now, Eden is the presence of God. That is what is called Eden, or the dwelling place of God. Eden, the dwelling place of God. Okay, if in Eden is the dwelling place of God, there are gardens. There are gardens of flowers, beautifying the presence of God, beautifying the presence of the gods, beautifying that stay of the gods. You see, now, in that Eden, that is to say that the Bible did not tell us to understand Eden to mean a geographical location or water. But in that Eden, they said a stream ran at the center of the Eden. Here we are a stream. What does that symbolize? That is what the lecture of today is. The meaning of the garden and the Eden in the garden. That is to tell you and I that in the beginning, man and God dwell together. In the presence of all the gods, that is what is called Eden. The presence of the gods is what is called Eden. Or in other words, the dwelling place of the gods. That is what is called Eden. Their dwell and their presence. So the creation came on board in the Eden. That is the secret. Now, if you understand this secret, you have seen the light of God that you are searching for. Out of this Eden, light and darkness sprang forth. That was where the book of Paradise was written, where the ancient secret of the mystic wisdom was outlined. Now let us go down to that mystery now to understand this Eden and what transpired between that name, Adam and Eve. You see, the Bible helps us to understand that Adam is a creation, Eve is a creation. And in Eden, where they were created. And in this Eden, they left the Eden. What is this Eden? Why did they leave Eden? This is the question. Eden being the dwelling presence of the gods, not just the Father. Everything that is called prince and princesses, all the gods were present there when the Father descended and then said, let us make man in our image. Then those who have eyes, those who have legs, everybody, those who have hands, came together to make man in their resemblance, after their likeness. The way they look and things that are inspirational in them made manifest unto man. Did you understand it now? That is making man in his image after their likeness. After their likeness. So now the fact in this statement is that in the presence of all the gods is what is called Eden, man was made. Now, the mystery in the Eden is now the Eve and the serpent. That is another mystery in that Eden that man was lost after. I want to review that secret today. Among the gods that dwell that dwells in the presence of the creation of Adam, the Bible said, and a rib was taken out of the man and formed the woman. A rib was taken out of the man to form the woman in Eden. And that Eden is meaning the presence of all the gods. On that note, a man and a woman was said to have been existed in the Eden. They were not mortals. They were not immortals. They were a kind of pre-spirit mortal being. Pre-spirited mortal being. Pre-spirited mortal being. How do I mean? That is to say, the spirit or the energy that dwell in Adam was not born. That means it was existent. It was an existent. It was a spirit existing that dwelled into that body that was made to activate the science of procreativity. Now, in this present, man is neither God nor spirit. In this state, man is neither God or spirit. He is in between. He is neither human, neither God nor spirit. Now, he is standing in an overall resemblance of the third. How do I mean? He is the fourth standing in the Trinity. What is the Trinity that the fourth is standing to? The spirit, number one. The word itself, and then the life, the life divine from whence he came. Get that again. The life from whence the spirit that bore the flesh came. The presence, the Eden of which he is, and then him himself and the nature surrounding him. That is the four replicates where Eke, Ori, Afo, Unko emanated from. Where Holy Salatel, Holy Raphael, Holy Uriel, and Holy Gabriel emanated from. This is this four. Now, man came into this tree to exist. He is neither here nor here until the woman, the black woman is a goddess, is a princess with the serpent on the neck. That is the mystery towards the tree of knowledge of good and evil. The lady, the princess, is good, but the evil attached to the princess is the serpent with the princess. And that was the princess that now approached man in his indelible state to convince man to choose the path of the little twinkle, twinkle, little stars. How, I wonder how you are. Like a diamond, he followed and lost his path. And that serpent with the princess, or that Eve, is not this Eve that God created and handed over to Adam. No. Adam went onto this Eve with the serpent. That is the pollution of the presence of man with the gods. All depart because he has deceived Adam. And he remained here. Others left. Now him be that mame water where you dey go meet, say you dey go meet, where baby black get dark hair, come carry snake for neck. Now him. That is the Eve in the garden. But the Bible did not reveal this secret to you. The Bible helps us to understand that it was the woman that God gave Adam that deceived Adam. No, it is not true. It was not the woman that God gave Adam. It was the woman with the serpent, which is this mame water we carry serpent, and him deceive Adam. That was the first wife. That was what made her mortal. She became semi-mortal and semi-spirit, living among and continued that deceit. And then the fruit of her tree, which is of that knowledge and evil, out of her own good, came to dwell with man. That was how man became corrupt. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Did I tell you to give me your money? I am revealing the mysteries. Ask your pastor why his God have not revealed this truth to him. What happened in the garden? You see, if we understand the mysteries of God and this scripture, nobody will be against each other. And let me pass a message. There is darkness ahead. There is darkness ahead. All the politicians, this is the time for you to release the money that you have hoarded onto every youth. Pay youth 10 million now. Between now and 31st December, pay youth 10 million. Everybody that has a registered identity should be paid 10 million as a youth between now and December to avert what a darkness ahead of us. There is a darkness ahead of us. And these politicians, we know that you have hoarded this money. It is time to release this money. Release this money. You have denied this youth job. This youth have spent thousands to go to your universities and paid you. Where are this money? What did you do with this money? This youth have suffered to ensure that elections are being carried out in this town peacefully to elect you. What have you done to this youth? You deny them job. They even go to their youth service camp in honor of their government to serve and to protect. Yet, what did you do to this youth? You kept them hungry. You kept them out of job. You kept them out of what made them good citizens. And yet, you maligned them and suffered them, making them infidels to their family that they cannot be able to provide for them. Darkness is ahead. Expect it. Don't say that the high priest AMADIOHA did not tell you. It is time for the politicians to lose the shackles of their bondage, or else they perish with it. Pay the youth now. That is a message. So we continue. Eden. Eden. The dwelling presence of the gods. And among the gods, one deceived Adam, which made communication between Adam between mortal being and the spirits, there became a gap. But there was no gap before. Because Adam chose not to follow the word of light he placed before him. He followed the little twinkle stars shining and going. He thought it was the 10. He missed the path, which made you and I begin a process of procreation. It is a failure of tests, but a fulfillment of the order of God. Because man must beget man, man must procreate, and the principle has been set aside. But it was not the lips of Adam that deceived Adam. No, there is no such thing. It did not happen. For the work of God was made perfect, and the gods said, "This is good." And everything about the man and the woman was said to be good. Perfect, perfect, perfect in thinking, in energy, in strength, in inspiration, in power. It was said to be perfect. There is no error in the man or the woman, both in thought and in sensibility. There is no error. But the temptation was that the evil, that princess that bears the serpent, deceived Adam and teach her to know the path of that knowledge of good and evil. And that is what is killing you and I today. That mommy water, so many of you feel you have wealth through her. Sorry, you are destroyed. Now him they eat, him go eat you. Him go give you wealth, him go still eat you. Now him they eat mama, they eat papa, they eat pikin. Now him. So all of you who have come in contact with him, you are that Eve and that Adam. You have ate that evil fruit. Let this message go viral. And all of the mame waters that stay with serpents, those are the Obanjes, those are the Owumunis, those are the Ootu, Muotu. None of them, all, watch all, they are also with that serpent. Those are their seeds. Also by their fruit, ye shall know them. Those are the fruit of them. Avoid them. They are the people that kept us in this darkness. So abstain from them, or else your family will be loomed. Finished, you are finished. So we go back to Eden. That was what happened in Eden. Because it has been a problem, it has been a concern. I have been reading from the Anglican, from the Catholic, I was the Charismatics. I was raised in a godly home. My parents were godly, very, very godly. From one church to the other that we are looking for the face of God, not actually money, because we have the money. Until things fall apart. We were looking for the face of God. And in the culture of my own religion, I found God. And his truth in this scripture is now being revealed one after the other. So ask your pastor the name of the God that called him. He can never come to you without giving you a name. That is why he has many names. Ask your pastor the name of the God that called him. You are GO, you are general overseer. Ask him the name of the God that called him. He will tell you the normal name in this Bible that he wrote. He will not say any other thing than this, any English name. But today I am telling you that the God that called me is AMADIOHA, King of Kings. He is the King of all kings. He rules. That is the name he told me is his name in English is the King of Kings. The one in Igbo, AMADIOHA, that is the only two names he gave to me. But I want you to tell me the name of the God that called you. And he said, Kamanu is his messenger, which dwells in the Kano. And that is why I honor him. The God said they sent him. He said they sent him. He's from the lands of Kamanu. That is what AMADIOHA told me. And that is the truth. And he has been teaching me on the mysteries of all this creation, what happened, which your pastors cannot open their mouth and explain. Even the mystery, even as I'm saying it, if you are not in tune, you cannot discern it. But it is time to pass the message, and that is why it's coming from the mouth of the high prince. Let another pastor go on pulpit and say this, he will collapse there and die. You attack him. Let the pastor stand there and speak against any god or goddess. He will stand there and die. But I am the high prince. I command all. And they hear my voice and obey me. So I will teach you about them. Name the deity, any part of the world. I will tell you about that deity. He's gathered at his level. That is who I am. I'm not bragging. And we are not here to make noise. We are here to pass the message. Politicians, darkness is ahead. Pay you to now. That is my message to you. Pay you to now. Or else. Or else. Hug the money. Eh? Dig more ground. Put them 20 feet. Bury them well. No problem. I'm soon. Pay the youth now. Hunger is in the land. Pay the youth now. Number one. Number two, Eastern governors. This is a message and an advice. Come together and marshal a program called Family Rotation, Food Rotation. Family Food Rotation Program. It is a kind of social security program to avert the darkness ahead. There is something coming. I don't know if your pastors are saying no. You're only busy clapping and dancing and taking your money. Can you see ahead of you? Can you see? Can you see? It is now. Because imagine the kind of hunger you are facing now. Then tell me how it's going to look like in that darkness that is coming ahead. There is hunger in the land. The least 10 million should be sent to every youth account between now and 31st of December to avert the darkness coming ahead. There will be disaster. I don't have an army. I'm not an ESN. I don't know if you have seen me there. I know the IPOB. I know the Yoruba. But I am telling you that soon AMADIOHA will take his throne. And as soon as AMADIOHA sits on his throne, AMADIOHA will take over his nation. I'm telling you, a dreadful day is fast approaching. It's fast approaching. Something is about to happen. The child wants to walk, and his walking is coming with strength and fire. The child is about to walk with strength and fire. Don't say High Prince did not sound this message earlier. It is coming. The time is ringing. The bell is ringing. Nigeria is heading the path of 3 presidents. ECOWAS, a darkness is ahead of us. I have ringed this bell before you. Take it or you leave it. Today in the Garden of Eden. Because right now we are in the presence of the gods. They are all here. Testifying to you that I have told you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The Eve here, I have revealed it. The perfect seed of woman that God has given unto Adam never deceived Adam. He never had any conversation with any fowl or any image or animality in conversation towards the creation of God. Animals have nothing to say or to do. The serpent, whatever beast, they classify it here, does not exist. It's a complete purpose theory. I have told the truth today. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. I testify to all sincerity that AMADIOHA is the God and he lives. I testify that Kamanu lives. I testify that the 7th spirit of the 7th kingdom lives. I testify of the 9 angels of governance of power lives. And I know I have spoken to this. They have come. I have visitation with them. And I know I have testified the truth to you. Be prepared. My fellow Biafrans. Regardless of whatsoever name they tag you, are friends, you are an Igbo man, a friend, you are from the east, you are Biafra. Store food in your house. Darkness is ahead of us. This is my message to you. Subscribe to this channel and follow us. As we are prompted, as we are directed, we will bring you the message of the Father. the great AMADIOHA, King of all kings. And we will always testify to you. Mobs may combine, armies may assemble, colonies may defame, but the truth about the independent state of Biafra will continue to go forward nobly until it has penetrated every land, kindred, tongue, and people. Then AMADIOHA will accomplish his work. I know with all my heart that AMADIOHA will assume his throne, and I know as he assumes his throne, he will assume his kingdom. I bless you in the name of AMADIOHA, in the name of Kamanu, the Son, and in the name of the Spirit of our land. Amen. I wish you well.